Today's incident will wake up your soul. Please watch the incident till the end. A goat gave birth to a human child, an incident that shocked the whole village. When the father of this goat's human child was found out, people started screaming. I was shocked to see the scene in front of me today. The man was sitting with the goat in his arms, and there was a crowd of people around the goat. I was the midwife of this village, and I had helped more than half of the women in this village to give birth to children. Everyone had a lot of faith in me, but when Maulvi Wasim came to me, I was shocked. He said, Amma, you are needed very much today. I said, how did you need me? Such a thing cannot happen in your house because your wife is barren. He said, no, I don't need you for my wife, I need you for Shabos. I said, Shabo? He said, yes, my Shabo is going to give birth to a child. Shabo was the name of Maulvi Wasim's goat. He said, come back quickly. I went because this work was not so difficult. A goat was about to give birth. Maulvi Wasim loved his goat very much. He had named it Shabo. He was crazy about the goat. He took great care of it. He loved it dearly. He used to make clothes for it in winter and had built a separate room for it. The whole village knew that Maulvi Wasim's life was in this goat. He says that ever since he brought the goat, his circumstances have changed. This goat is very blessed. The goat was very beautiful, long and white. I had never seen such a tall goat in my life because he took so much care of it. That is why it had grown so big. I went there and sat down near it. I knew that I did not have much work, but after a while my eyes saw such a scene that the ground slipped from under my feet. I asked him, what does this matter? Find out who is doing this. He was shocked and troubled. He was not able to say anything. He was also not expecting to see all this. When we tried to find out whose work it was, the ground slipped from under our feet because Maulvi Wasim could never look into his eyes. After all, this act was such. People used to say that only women are emotional, but men are also emotional who are very fond of children. Maulvi Wasim was also like this, and he was born in my hands. His mother was a very pious woman, but now she had left this world. He had a wife living in his house who was just an ordinary woman. She neither spoke much to anyone, nor did she go anywhere. The reason for this was that she was barren and could not give birth to a child. She used to come to me and take some medicine from me because I was the old midwife of this village. I told her that there was no hope of a child in her house. She should go to the city and get herself checked up once. Nowadays, there is no hope of a child in the city. Doctors have come up with great methods. I hope she will also get a child, but she says that you know that we are poor people, and Maulvi Sahab will never take me to the city, and we don't have that much money either. This matter has been going on like this since that unfortunate person has brought this baby goat. It was a small goat, and he brought it as if he had given birth to a child. He named it Shabo with love, and then he used to take care of this goat all day long as if he was his child. With time, the goat also grew up, and now it used to give milk. I was an old woman. I told him to keep a quarter liter of milk for me also. He used to do the same, but today, seeing his condition, my heart was in my mouth. The poor fellow was sitting holding his head as if all this had happened to his daughter or wife. When I opened my eyes early in the morning, he was standing at the door and signing. He said that my goat was going to give birth. I woke up with great difficulty and reached the door. I said, but your goat is alone. He said, I don't know about it, but you come with me. I need help. When he knocked on the door, I thought that there might be some other issue. But then I knew that his wife could not have children. She did not like her husband that much. She used to say that her parents forcibly got her married to him. The girl was nice, but slowly she started coming and going less because this was a village. Here, a woman being barren was considered a big crime. Maulvi Wasim took me to his house. He took me with him to the room which he had made for his goat Shabo. She was sitting on the floor and looked a little sick. I said, look, this is not my job, but the animal doctor has left the village, so let me help you a little. I went and sat there. I kept my hookah with me. I had no idea that today was the strangest day of my life and I would see something that would shock me. I told him to go out and started smoking the hookah. I heard an unknown child's voice from around me. I was shocked. I asked, where is this voice coming from? Then I thought that it must be my illusion. Maybe I have made so many women give birth to children. Maybe that's why. The sounds of crying children are echoing in my ears. But when I looked to one side, I was shocked. Shabo's condition was still bad, but a normal human child was lying near her who was crying. I checked Shabo's stomach. Her stomach seemed smaller than before. I was stunned. I said, what has happened? The child was lying on the grass like that. I quickly picked him up and wrapped him in my sheet. When I and the child came out, Maulvi Wasim's wife Bano and a woman from the village were standing in front. Perhaps she had also come to get goat's milk. But when she saw this scene, she was shocked and asked me, "Amma, what is this thing in your hand?" I said, "Have you gone mad? Can't you see that this is a child?" This woman said, "Whose child is this? Where did this child come from?" In the meantime, Malvi Wasim's wife Bano also came and said to me, "Amma, what is this thing in your hand?" I said, "It seems you have also gone mad now. Can't you see that this is a child?" Then she asked, "Whose child is this and where did this child come from?" "You had gone inside to Shabo. She was unwell." I said, "Yes, now what should I explain to you people? Where did this child come from?" "I don't know, but take care of him quickly, otherwise he will fall ill." Malvi Wasim's wife came forward and took the child from me. She took it from him and said that she would take care of him. She went ahead very quickly. The child was crying. When Malvi Wasim saw this scene, he asked, "How is Shabo?" I said that Shabo is fine, but there are many other matters which are bad, so bad that you can never fix them. He said, "Why Kala, what had happened?" And I told him that his goat had given birth and a child had been born. He said, "Yes, Kala, this is a good thing. A child has been born." I said, "Hey, a human child has been born in such a short time," that he was stunned. He said, "What do you mean a human child has been born, Amma? I have woken you up from sleep. It does not mean that you should do whatever comes to your mind. If you are feeling sleepy, then you can go and sleep again. But do not joke like this." I told him to go and see this joke which your wife has taken inside. He immediately ran inside. I also followed him and his wife brought the child. She had wrapped it in a cloth and made it lie down beside her, and was telling the other woman to go to her house, bring the baby's feeder and milk, because this woman had also just given birth to a baby. She had also come to get milk, and this baby was also being fed milk, although he was fine. Then my eyes were very sharp and I was experienced too. I could tell with just a glance whether the baby had any problem or not. He had drunk milk and slept peacefully, but now the peace of his family was about to be ruined. Malvi Sahab sat down on the ground and started beating his head. He said what kind of times had come and what had happened, but I was not able to understand anything. "Have you people played any game with me?" He said, "What game did we have to play with you? Tell me, what is all this?" "It was your goat. It lived around you and you only took care of it." He said that I had never even thought that my goat would give birth, and when the birth was about to take place, I thought that a small lamb would come into this world, but from where did this child come? His wife was doing some strange things. She was taking care of the child with a lot of love, but she was neither speaking nor saying anything. We were all surprised, so she should have been surprised too, but she was not surprised. We were thinking how all this happened and who did it. She was not saying anything. Women who do not have children are usually very fond of their children, but whenever I asked this woman, she used to say, "I am not fond of children, I do not have children, so I have no problem with it, but you were holding this child in such a way that if you move away from yourself, it will not be able to breathe." I said, "Bano, you should also say something. Why are you sitting silently?" She said, "What should I say? There is nothing left for me to say. He had brought this goat with him and stayed around it the whole day. I do not know how whom should I doubt?" Malvi Wasim raised his foot and hit the ground, and she said, "You are doubting me." She said, "I am not doubting, but you tell me how all this happened. All this is against nature, so this is a big punishment for whom?" Malvi said, "What should we do with this child?" Before I could say anything, Bano said that let the child stay with me. Allah did not give us a child. Think that we have got our child. You always fought with me and never listened to me. Now this child has come to our door. We will raise it. Men have a lot of restraint, but today Malvi Wasim's patience had also run out. He became silent. The same thing was happening with Malvi Wasim too. He became silent, got up and left from there. Now Bano started crying. She said, "See Amma, how many times have I told her that we should take someone's child and raise it? It has been 10 years since our marriage. I'm seeing people's children growing up. They didn't even take me to the doctor, nor did they take me to the city. They never paid any attention to me. They loved this goat more than me. I told them many times that they should adopt someone else's child and raise it." I started telling Bano that, but these days such children are not available. Which parent gives their child to others? Bano said, "Amma, there is no such thing. My sister Nadia, Allah did a favor to her. 3 daughters were born at the same time. Then Allah blessed 2 sons at the same time, and she was ready to give us her child. Her husband was a laborer. How could he raise 5 children? Then there was my sister's child. And this Malvi Wasim of yours said that his father is from a low caste. Don't take a child who has the blood of a low caste in him. Look at how many big words he has spoken. Maybe that is why Allah has shown him all this. He never took me seriously. Neither did he get me treated, nor did he pray for me, nor did he comfort me. I said that they adopted a child from someone, and then he said 1,000 things to me. I said that then, go to the city and adopt a child from an orphanage. Even then, he abused me and sat down with this goat and said that this goat was my everything, and if I didn't do any work of it properly, then he would fight with me and tell me that he will divorce me. Now see what the matter is. Now because of this goat, he has become infamous in the whole village. It is my curse that has fallen on him. I said, Bono, what has happened? Your curse was such. Then she started saying in hushed words that I had got what I had asked for. I said, what did you ask for? She said that I had asked for this child and I have got the child. That is enough for me, and I don't want to know how this child has come into this world and who is its father. I will just raise it and keep it with me. After this I went to my house, Malvi. Wasim's mother was my very good friend. That's why he used to call me Kala and sometimes Ama also. When evening came, he came to my house. He was very upset. He said that there was bad news. I said, what is the bad news? He said that Shabo has left this world. I have just come after burying her. I said that I am very sorry. He started crying bitterly. He said that my goat had also left this world and this strange incident had happened to me. If this news spreads in the whole village, then what will happen? I don't understand what to do. I should run away from here, but if I run, then should I run away with this child also? I said, look, the child is not at fault in this. Your wife does not have a child. She will raise him. His time will also pass. Half of your life has passed. You people have not had children. Now Allah probably wanted to give you a child in this way. Malvi Wasim started saying that no, how can I leave all this? I have to find out that this child is the reason for this. Whose handiwork is this and who did all this to my goat? Whoever did this, his crime is not punished for our crimes. What crime did we commit? It suddenly came to my mind and I said to Wasim that you had gone to Tabli for the last several days, right? You have returned only the day before yesterday. Malvi Sahab started thinking. He said that yes, it is true. I had gone to Tabli and have returned only the day before yesterday. I said that I have also experienced that this child is not a day old. He is at least 4 or 5 days old. That's when our doubt arose. He was asking people in the neighborhood whether someone had entered my house or was also going and talking to the people who had goats. People were saying different things to him in return, but he had resolved that he would find out what the matter was, and here I was busy in my search. But my guess turned out to be wrong. Looking at Bono, it did not seem that she had given birth to a child so soon. She was fine and was walking around. Then whose child was this? Was it a case that we were ignoring, thinking that this could not happen? Whereas if nature gets angry, then it shows such things that even a human's mind is stunned. Nature has ways of expressing its anger. Humans do not understand these things. When they tell other people about these things, they say that all this is a lie or a story. But what can happen? It cannot be, because I came to know about a woman who had given birth to such a strange child that on seeing it, everyone ran away screaming. After all, that child was of this kind, and it was only my courage that I picked up this child and placed him in his mother's lap. Similarly, I was also trembling. The child's mother was crying badly. Everyone was saying that she had been punished because she had lied on the bed. I did not serve my old mother-in-law, rather I used to call her bad words, used to get angry, did not do her work, and then she died on the bed like this. That child also did not live long in this world. This woman got her revenge, and after this, she became very noble. She used to take great care of her husband and respected him. Bono was taking very good care of the child. The child was absolutely fine and was sleeping peacefully. I came back to my house when a woman came to call me to my house. She was saying that, Amma, she is Rehana's daughter. Her health has become very bad. Please come and see her. I said, yes, I am coming. Many people used to come to me like this, and I used to go with them to help people. Maybe this woman was going to give birth to a child. That is why I was called. But I came to know what I was being called for because I knew Rehana very well, one of her. She had a young and beautiful daughter who was famous in the whole village for her beauty. Her name was probably Larab. She was a very sweet girl. When I entered the house, Lareb's condition looked very bad. She was lying on the bed and was having a very high fever. I asked her what the matter was. Her mother said that she had gone to her maternal uncle's house 4 days ago. She has returned just 4 days ago. Since that day, she has locked herself in the room. She is neither eating nor drinking anything, and today, her condition is becoming very strange. Now she is having such a high fever that her body is burning. The fever is not coming down. I looked at Larab. As soon as I saw her face, I understood that the matter was something else. I told everyone to go out. I will see her alone to find out what the matter is and what the reason is. She is a young girl. Will I ask her such things in front of everyone? Let's go from here. I sat down next to Lareb. I said, "What's the matter, son?" when I tried to check her up. So she pushed my hand back and said, "No, Amma, you just save me and go out and tell everyone that I am fine." I said, "Why? What happened?" She said, "Look at my condition." When I saw this, I understood what the matter is. "Where is your child?" I asked her that question and I gave it to Bono. I said, "Bono, what is Bono related to you?" She said that she is my childhood friend. I asked, "Who was the father of this child?" Lara bowed her head. She said that whoever was the father of this child. With this, I did not have any legitimate relationship. He was an officer in the previous factory that was being built. He was a very handsome man. It has been 10 months since he left here and I had fallen madly in love with him, and I had told this to Bono as well. Bono knew that I was going to have a child. When I was going to have a child and a few months had passed, I made an excuse and went to my maternal uncle's house because he is a Navi, and my maternal uncle does not see him. He has a daughter and it was easy to hide all this from her, and she is a bit stupid. But then Bono said to me that you come back, we will take care of everything. And when we came to keep this baby goat with Chabot, you were sleeping after smoking hookah. Amma, you did not know how all this happened. And we left the baby there and came back. We did not do anything to Chabot. She became ill on her own. She must have eaten something wrong, but we took advantage of her health and I kept this child there. You were fast asleep. Amma said this happened to me earlier also. When I smoke hookah, I suddenly fall asleep. But on this day, Malvi Wasim had brought me up from sleep. Maybe that is why I did not know. I did not know at what time I fell asleep and when I woke up. Larab started folding her hands. She said that I have helped my friend and she has helped me. You just go out and tell them that I have a fever and give me some medicine, etc. Because whatever bad was to happen to me has already happened. I cannot raise this child, but Bono can raise him well. I was shocked to hear this. I could not understand what to say. I could not understand whether this was their stupidity or a great example of their friendship. They supported each other so much in each other's bad times. That is why I heard Bono saying, why would the child cry when he is in his Kala's lap, because for him, Larab was more than his sister. I said that whatever was to happen had happened. I am silent only because this innocent child has got a mother, and this will also keep the respect of both of you intact. Otherwise, I would have told this to everyone. I went out and told her family that Larib was unwell, and that you people should make her rest in bed for a few days, and after that she would be fine, and I did not ask more questions. Here I also explained to Malvi Wasim that however the child has come into this world, now it is your child, you only. Take care of it. Maybe Allah has chosen you for the test, and if you also become famous in this, then everything will be fine and Allah will also reward you for it. I explained to her also, and I did not mention anything to Bono also, but this thing was very strange that after the arrival of this child, the condition of Malvi Sahab had become very better, and there was a lot of wealth in his house. Now he also used to roam around with this child in his lap, loved him, and after the arrival of the child, Bono also started being very happy. She was proving to be a good mother, Larib, that no one even came to know about this. The girl had done such a great deed. Maybe she was lucky, but she had taken a big step. May Allah guide her. Therefore, one should not take any such step in emotions, the consequences of which have to be suffered later, because in such situations, the man loses nothing, and the woman gets defamed. Who was the father of this child? No one knew except me, Banu Lareb, and Allah. I kept the veil of Lareb only for the sake of Allah.